Hello and welcome to State of the Art. Today I'm talking with Kat Hutton. Kat is the curator of our current show at the Ice House called A Pocketful of Posies, which is running through July 21st of this year, 2019. Welcome, Kat.
Thank you.
Pocketful of Posies. So was this your concept, this show?
Well, basically it was. I was in the gallery talking with Eddie and the docent there, and I'm a master gardener. And I said, you know, flowers would really be easy to do. And they said, well, would you like to curate? And I thought, oh yeah, I've never done that before. So I said yes, and it went from there. For about a year, I did nothing. And then the last 3 months, I went crazy with it. But it's been a lot of fun.
You sound like me. Get ready when I know I have to.
Yeah.
So you do have an ulterior motive here as a master gardener. You've seen plenty of flowers. How long have you been involved with the Master Gardeners?
I moved here in 2011, and I think I joined the Master Gardeners in 2012.
So you have an art background. You said you've never curated before.
No, I don't have a background in art, but I love art, music, art. And I came from New York to Berkeley Springs, and I lived in a county in New York called Chautauqua, where Chautauqua Institute is, where they have art and music and religion, and it's a wonderful place. So I do have that kind of background in it. But my real background was in engineering. And not that I'm an engineer, but I managed a bunch of engineers, and that was an interesting thing to do.
Did that help you in putting your show together, your background in engineering?
No, no, because I'm not into math at all.
Understood.
But I do like to write and edit and so on like that. So that's what I was doing.
Great. So tell me about the show. Flowers, master gardener background. As you were putting it together, what forms of art did you think about originally including in the show, and did any come in that sort of surprised you in terms of pieces that you wouldn't consider visual art, a painting or whatever?
Well, no, because art can be applied to most anything. And what I wanted to do is to bring a variety of art into the show, and I did that. We have 21 artists out there. And it runs the gamut from paintings, which you would expect, to wood, to clay, to jewelry. I mean, it's just a real varied show, and I think it's a beautiful show, too.
Yep, I've walked through there. I've had the privilege of doing that. As you know, we have an opening tonight, so I look forward to the crowd's reaction. What surprised, any forms that came in that kind of surprised you, and you thought, wow, that's cool? And I noticed glass, for example, in the show.
Well, we have two people who have glass, and one is fusion glass, and that is Veronica Wilson, I believe. And they're beautiful pieces that you can hang. The other one I was surprised about was Sam Gray, and she usually, from what I see, she usually does the upcycle and uses wood and so on. She did some beautiful pieces that we focused on out there of glass that we hung, and it's beautiful. It's a large piece.
So first time as a curator, again, was it sort of overwhelming when everything came in? How'd you go about organizing it? Did you sort of fall together naturally in the space, or did you?
It really wasn't any time. There was so much coming in that we had boxes and art all over the place, and you would look at it and say, how are we ever going to get this out of the boxes and where they belong? And it just progressively happened. You visualize something. So we made a whimsy area, and we made a wood area that I wanted to focus Sawjack, which he's been here before, but I never saw him focus. So I wanted to focus on him because he did flowers with this saw, and it was really interesting.
And he does kind of rough-hewn stuff.
It's rough-hewn, but people love it. People love it.
So background-wise, you were an engineer. You've been in Berkeley Springs since
2011.
2011. You engaged, I assume, with the Master Gardeners first, or before the Arts Council, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was with the Master Gardeners, and still am. And we volunteer, and of course it's flowers and plants and so on, but I love it. It was really nice.
Are there, in terms of favorites of yours when you're gardening, are any of them reflected in the show that you kind of noticed as you were putting it together? You know, I love Japanese iris, for example.
Well, there are two painters that came in. One is a friend of mine, Pat Spranger, and she's got watercolors, and she's been taking lessons here in Berkeley Springs. She lives in Silver Springs, and she's very, very good now, and I like hers very much. And then there's one that I brought in from Delaware, Susan McIntyre, and she does oils and pastels, quite different from the watercolors.
Right.
Very beautiful.
Right. What about any local, in terms of local artists, yes, but local flowers that are represented? I mean, there are a lot of native flowers around here.
I don't know.
I don't profess to know them all well, but...
Neither do I. Neither do I. I like lilies. I don't know. I don't see any lilies in the show. But there are all kinds of flowers in all kinds of media. So, you know, it's all there.
Right. Well, mountain laurel is blooming right now around here. And I know some of the other things that are natural to the mountains up here. I don't, as I said, I can't classify them all. But so you feel like you've got a huge pocket full of posies here. You've got a good abundance of.
It's flowing out of the pocket. There's so much.
That's great. Is it and it's all for sale, I assume.
It's all for sale. It's not. There's a lot of pieces that you will be surprised you'll be able to afford them, and you'll love having them in your home. The idea is to put the show together, have it be beautiful, and then your eye just flows through, and it's gorgeous. It was really pretty. And I was saying, I'm going to be kind of sad when a piece does sell because I put that there and I really liked it there. But that's going to happen, and I'll be real glad for the artist when it does.
They'll all have good homes, that's right.
Yes, they will.
How long did it take you to put the show together? I mean, you said a year out, and then 3 months you started contacting artists.
Yeah, but the actual show itself, it took us about three and a half days to put the actual art on the wall or on the floor or wherever we were going to put it.
Yep. Well, good. I have this lovely.
Which is beautiful, by the way.
Here.
That's one.
And what is this piece?
That piece is from Jane Franke, and it's a wall hanging, and I believe it's silk, and it's gorgeous.
So
and
it's fabric. On the card,
it's fabric.
It looks like it's a painting.
No, it's gorgeous.
So we have the show running through July 21st. We have the hallway shows running as well. So we have the Potomac Artists Guild in our hallways right now through July 21st. There's lots to look at around here right now.
There is.
Lots to see. And as a matter of fact, the school children from the Warm Springs Intermediate School have just mounted a new piece in the back of our theater, which is spectacular. It's made out of plastic. The whole theme of it is it's an ocean scene, all about recycling and plastics in the ocean. And the impact on marine life, and there's a lot of marine life in this mural and some very clever conventions about recycling. So there's a great deal to see, flowers and fish and all kinds of other things for the summer here.
And when you think about plastic, you think, ooh.
Yeah.
And when you look at that piece, though, you realize the work that went into it and how this teacher pulled this together with those children. And it's really a beautiful piece.
It really is. Anna Ruggiero from Warm Springs Intermediate School and her kids did a fantastic job. So thanks for joining me today, Kat.
You're welcome.
Look forward to a great opening tonight and a fabulous show. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on State of the Art.